Lesson 1. Education.
Native speakers 在讨论教育话题时频繁使用的短语和句型。
Something be an arduous process.
Attending a university with a top-tier reputation often is an arduous but rewarding process.
Be very rewarding.
Teaching can be a very rewarding career. It allows teachers to have an input in the development of young lives.
Someone's aspiration. Someone's pursuit.
The educational aspirations, pursuits of rural youth tend to be different from those of students living elsewhere.
Concentrate on something.
Some people think it is more effective to educate boys and girls in single-sex schools because they believe this environment reduces distractions and encourages pupils to concentrate on their studies.
Form the basis of something.
Traditional ways of teaching form the basis of the lesson.
Use lateral thinking.
Using lateral thinking, the students can solve problems in an unconventional manner now.
Rely on linear thinking.
The students should not rely on linear thinking habits. Instead, they should think more innovatively.
Break the mold.
He made an attempt to break the mould of British politics.
Academic performance.
Tyler's academic performance has been disappointing.
Academic qualifications.
Today, academic qualifications are essential for getting a reasonable career.
Standardized test.
High scores on standardized tests are not necessarily the best indicator of giftedness. 2. Lessons last for a standardized 50 minutes and are always followed by a 10-minute break, which gives the pupils a chance to let off steam.
Be gifted. Be talented.
In the process of being educated, we can learn from the achievements of those more gifted than ourselves.
Rote memorization.
Rote memorization is not entirely useless. It can help children to learn the basics, such as the multiplication tables.
Learn something by heart.
The view of repetitively boring lessons and learning the facts by heart may be unfair and unjustified.
Read extensively.
Some people argue that examinations do not motivate students to read extensively.
Induce cramming.
It concerns some parents that these examinations may induce cramming.
Ignorance.
No one minds mistakes or ignorance as long as you are prepared to learn from them.
Standard of upright conduct.
At school, students should be taught respect for the rights of others and standards of upright conduct.
Students' autonomy.
Students' autonomy should be encouraged when there are not enough teachers to go around.
Self-discipline.
Lydia lacks self-discipline and is unable to finish anything.
Role model.
My elder brother has always been a role model for me.
Set a good example.
His dad was always telling him to set a good example for his younger brother.
Meet someone's expectations.
His academic performance failed to meet his parents' expectations.
Fall short of someone's expectations.
Jamie kept falling short of my expectations.
Cannot be guaranteed success.
So far, no teaching methods can be a guaranteed success.
Cover a lot of ground.
We've covered a lot of ground in this class in the past couple of months.
Be well-rounded.
She's a well-rounded person who not only works hard but also has a varied social life.
Comprehensive coverage of something.
The impression is that the local nature of the textbooks and their comprehensive coverage of different types of examples renders worksheets unnecessary.
Self-paced learning. Self-paced education.
Self-paced distance learning offers students convenience and flexibility.
Core curriculum.
The core curriculum provides the necessary general education for students, irrespective of their fields of interest.
The aims of education.
The aims of education should not be restricted to the development of knowledge or skill.
Academic attainment.
Japan has a significantly better record in terms of average mathematical attainment than England and Wales.
Specialize in something.
Grant Freeman, a biologist who specializes in identifying insects, has come to talk to us about his current research work.
Extracurricular activities.
These extracurricular activities offer students an outlet for creativity and problem-solving.
Promote equality.
Some people believe that uniforms can promote equality and encourage better behavior at school.
Repress individuality.
School uniforms may repress individuality and deny students the freedom of choice.
Co-education.
Some people believe that co-education can make children feel more comfortable in the company of the opposite sex.
A single-sex school.
Some people argue that single-sex schools impose abnormal conditions upon children.
Mixed ability class.
It is remarkable that large mixed ability classes could be kept together for maths throughout all their compulsory schooling.
Distinguish somebody or something from.
Importantly, our commonly held feelings can help distinguish us from other cultures.
Antisocial behavior.
Even though the great majority of students are well behaved, there is a small minority that engage in antisocial behavior.
Be well behaved.
Apart from a very small minority, the students are well behaved.
Adolescence.
The book deals with the joys and sorrows of adolescence.
A healthy outlook on life. A positive outlook on life.
A healthy outlook on life can help students to succeed both academically and socially.
Well-adjusted adults.
Educators should ensure that today's students will become productive and well-adjusted adults of tomorrow.
Drop out of school.
In this country, each year, many students are forced to drop out of school.
Skip school.
Some students skip school because they dislike the material taught in class.
Come of age.
In some countries, to come of age means to reach the age when someone is legally recognized as an adult and is legally responsible for his/her own behavior.
Be bilingual.
Donna appreciates she had the chance to be bilingual.
Be monolingual.
Experts believe that people who speak two languages have a clear learning advantage over their monolingual schoolmates.
Slack off.
It's about time you stopped slacking off and did some work.
Apply oneself.
I'm sure you can solve the problem if you apply yourself.
Disruptive students.
His teacher described him as a disruptive student, always distracting other children.
Unruly students.
Megan had an unruly class of adolescents on Thursday.
Act up.
Ricky sometimes likes to act up in class.
Indiscipline.
The coach apologized for his team's indiscipline.
Meet the demand of.
Economic globalization requires more culturally competent university graduates who can meet the new market demands.
Be geared to something.
Education should be geared to the student's needs and abilities.
Inform somebody about something.
Studying geography informs us about the different kinds of relationships that develop between a particular environment and the people who live there.
Put theory into practice.
The workshop helps students to put theory into practice. They can test their ideas or plans for practical applications there.
First-hand experience.
By doing experiments, students acquired first-hand experience with the periodic table of the chemical elements.
The responsibility for something falls on somebody.
The responsibility for educating children used to fall both on parents and on teachers.
The responsibility for something rests with somebody.
The responsibility for limiting children's access to violence on TV rests with the parents.
Shirk one's responsibilities for something.
Parents should not shirk their responsibilities for educating their children.
Fulfill one's responsibilities.
Parents should fulfill their responsibilities and monitor their children's TV viewing and internet use.
Deny somebody the freedom to do something.
There is not reason to deny students the freedom to choose subjects that interest and motivate them.
Compulsory subject.
It is recognized as an important compulsory subject throughout schooling.
Kindle someone's interest in something.
The student's interest in mathematics was kindled by Emma's excellent teaching.
Optional subjects. Optional courses.
They believe that at the secondary level, all students should take math and English, but other subjects can be optional.
There is no substitute for somebody. There is no substitute for something.
There is no substitute for a face-to-face relationship with a caring and well-informed teacher.
Distance learning.
The biggest advantage of distance learning programs is their accessibility.
A compromise.
All classroom learning is, in fact, a compromise between the different needs of various students. 2. The modifications might compromise safety in some way.
A happy medium.
There's a happy medium between studying all the time and not studying at all.
Be somebody's mentor.
Freya was my teacher, my mentor, and my friend.
Somebody's peer.
They are entering a wider community where teachers and peers will have just as much influence as their parents do at home. Take someone under somebody's wing. My mentor took me under her wing at a time when I needed her the most.
Burn the midnight oil.
Abigail has to get the report finished by tomorrow, so she'll be burning the midnight oil tonight. Study intensively. Many parents are concerned that exam-orientated education may restrict students' creativity and cause students to study too intensively.